Here's another question. What early on, what made you fall in love with skateboarding? What was the thing that once you started doing, you started like obviously like the act of skating itself is really cool, and I can see that skateboarders fucking just love getting on the board and doing cool tricks. But what was that thing for you at the beginning? You're like, oh fuck, I really like that I can do this, or like I really like just what is it about skateboarding that people love? You think?
Well, I think you're right. Skateboarding is just cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't think maybe it's not for everyone, but for most people, I think just watching someone skate is just universally accepted as like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. So I always just thought I did, and early like graphics and everything, and all the art that comes out of it. I've always thought it's always been super cool to a degree. There are some really shit brands with really shit art, but for the most part, they're all pretty good. And then. Yeah, I don't know. I always just think like how you actually move, like how your body ends up, like when you're like mid trick or something. I always just think it looks cool.
Really?
Like how you, not the board or like the flipping or anything, but like actually
yourself.
like you, like how you are, like mid, like kickflip down a stair set or something. Just how your body looks. I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I just think it's cool.
Did it take long for you to realize, or was it just like straight away?
I've always been into skateboarding like that, but when I was a younger kid, when I was skating with Joe, I still skate with Joe because he moved to the UK actually, so I still see him often. I saw him in Hong Kong when I went skate with him in Hong Kong again.
Shit, that's crazy.
Recently.
Full circle moment.
Yeah, literally full circle. I went out. I was like, I was like, I want to like come and skate with you guys, but I don't want to like lug my whole, because I went Hong Kong, Vietnam and Thailand, and I was like, I'm not going to be skating in Vietnam or Thailand. Let's be real. I don't want to bring my board with me. I was like, but if I just bring my trucks, like, can you hit me up with the deck? And he was like, yeah, I got you. So like, yes. So I went and I put my trucks in my bag and I went and he gave me a deck, and I literally only skate with them for one day, but I ended up lugging my trucks around for the rest of the time. It was still worth it. That one day, it was still good fun. It was like, back in the good old days. It was good.
Do you have a memory of like when you first started like falling in love with skateboarding, when maybe you like after a trick, or maybe when you first hit your first trick, you're like, oh fuck, I fucking love this shit. This shit is fucking, this is for me. Like you realize, like it was for you.
Well, I always thought skateboarding was fun, and then I would be chilling with like Connor and Ethan and Tyler and them, like, they're all 3 years older than me, and I met them just as they finished their A levels, and I was still in school, and I always thought like for the first time I was like, yo, these lads are like way older than me, but they like actually like me. Like you can hear the guys in South Bank skating right now. I was like, yeah, like they actually like me. Like they're chilling with me, and like, yo, they'll call me out to come and skate with them. I always thought that was cool. I'm like chilling with older people, of course. When you're young, you always think that's cool. Yeah. So that was always fun. And then I don't know. I think I did have a knack for it. I did have a knack for skateboarding. I can
tell, and that's the thing. Like, I can tell you have a knack for it, which is what I'm asking. It's like, if it was like, I don't know what else you would have been like drawn to if not for skateboarding. Or maybe it was like you were drawn to skateboarding early on, so you just like developed.
From what I'm not, I've just always liked skateboarding. I couldn't really give you a reason why. I just like it. I just think it's cool.
Yeah. It's hard to ask someone they love about something that they've always done, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just always done it. I've always think it's cool. It's also one of the most satisfying things I ever do. If you bolts a trick like down a stair set, like,
you get.
Reload that. It's so good.
Why is it a more satisfying thing? Go on, talk to me.
Well, because 9 times out of 10 you're not getting it first try, and when you do get it first try, that's an even better feeling. But 9 times out of 10 it will be a bit of a battle. You might not fall, but if you're not falling, it means you're not really committing properly. So you'll have that like mental battle, which is a lot of skateboarding, just trying to be like, bro, it's okay, you got this, just put your feet on it, you're gonna be fine, like you know how to do it.
What's that like? Talk to me about the mental barrier that people have to overcome for skating, because I feel like I'm there, right? I'm at the place where I want to skate, but the mental barrier of hurting myself, I can't get past. I'm like, fuck, if I fall and I break my arm, I need my fucking arm.
Yeah, well, you know, like jiu-jitsu, how you do jiu-jitsu, you're not really that scared to like get choked out or anything, are you? Yeah. It's just conditioning. Yeah. The more it happens to you, the more you fall, the more you get used to it. It just becomes like, oh, that was just a bump. Whereas before it'd be like, oh, but now it's just like, bro, I've done it a million times. Like there's nothing. So it does. But starting sucks. I'm not gonna lie, starting sucks. And the best way to do it is just don't be a pussy. Just commit. Just commit. Just commit. Commit to the fucking. But it is a lot easier said than done. It's so much easier said than done.
Alright, what would you say? What would you say are some of the things that people need to learn, and if they want to improve in skateboarding? So how do people improve in skateboarding? I know probably this guy's like a prodigy, so he's like, oh my god, I just do everything, it's so natural to me. But like thinking back, Do you know, like, do you remember stuff that this like tricks or like technical parts where you're like, I gotta improve that. Like, okay, I need to learn how to like lean in or this shit, like shit that you just learned over time to actually like improve, and now you've got you going better.
Yeah, true. I think the main things to have in skateboarding are your fundamentals, which is like a kick flip or a heel flip. Fundamentals.
Teach me fundamentals.
Ollie, which is just a jump off the ground.
Yeah.
Front side, which is a jump off the ground and you turn front side.
Yeah.
Backside, which is a jump off the ground, you turn backside. It's called backside because you can't see when you turn because you're going around your back.
Yeah.
And then you got shove, which is just a little flip the, like not flip the board, but like shove it around, you know.
So let's break it down. Let's break that down. So first one is Ollie. How difficult is an Ollie when you begin, when you start?
When you begin an Ollie is like once you finally get it, it's like you're the holy grail. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's hard because you'll do a lot of rocket ones, but once you start getting nice Ollies, it's kind of like.
Ollie is when you flip the board, or what?
No, Ollie is just literally a jump when you jump with the board and it just sticks to your feet and come down.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how do you do that?
It is.
So you're rolling.
It is. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're rolling. You don't have to be rolling for either, but yeah, you will be rolling probably. Pop your foot down, depending if you're regular or goofy. Your back foot, one that's on the tail, and then as you pop, you kind of simultaneously slide up with your other foot at the front. But then as you're doing that, you're lifting your knees as well, because you got to remember, the board doesn't jump for you. You need to jump as well to let the board move with you. Otherwise, it's just not going to come with you. You need to allow it to get up. Lift your knees and get up.
Wait, and you're lifting your knees, you're actually jumping, or you just lifting your knees?
No, you are jumping. You're jumping and lifting your knees. But a lot of people. I don't know. They just don't lift their knees. They don't get the concept of it. I see. But it's also just scary. It also just is scary to do, to get like because
it's like fuck. I'm trying to fall.
It's like why am I doing this, bro? I'm like torturing myself for no reason. What am I doing this for? But yeah, you got Ollie.
The second one. This is the second
Ollie, front side and back side, I'd say, or shove is what a lot of people go to next, which is just when you have the board and you have it like standing like this and you just shove it like. Literally just the other way around.
So you just
like
turn it?
Yeah, you just basically
turn your whole body?
No, you don't turn. You flick it, like you pop up and shove it with your feet, and then it turns underneath you.
Oh shit!
And that's a shove. Yeah, but that's one of the beginner tricks as well. Like a lot of people actually will learn that before ollies as well, because you don't have to like be stuck with it. You can kind of
do it. Whatever.
It's easier to like kind of look at and jump off of it.
So these are like beginner tricks, you're saying?
Yeah, these are like the fundamentals. They're not necessarily well, yeah, they are beginner, but they're not easy.
Yeah.
When you got front shove, which is the name as a shove, you just throw it the other way around, and then backside, front side, which is an ollie. You turn backside, front side, 180.
So you're doing the same thing as you did before, but you're actually turning your whole body this time.
And all you're doing really is just swinging your shoulders, and your hips will follow.
All you're doing is just swing your shoulders.
Just swing your shoulders. It's just that easy. You just swing your shoulders.
Just get on the board and swing your shoulders, and it's.
Oh, come on, if you haven't got this now, bro, just give up. No, but it is literally it is. You just pop, swing your shoulders, and your hips will follow, and you come with. And then same for backside, but other way. And then once you got those down, then you need to get the monster kickflip or heel flip, depending on what you prefer. Which is when the ball goes.
Yeah.
Which takes ages.
I was gonna ask, what's the hardest new skill to learn that took you ages to learn?
I would say the thing that's gonna be longest learned was a tray flip, probably.
What's that?
Which is
I'll hold the mic for you if you want.
So does one of these.
What the fuck did you just do?
It goes 360 like that way. And also, it's like a 360 shove and a kickflip together.
So your board just flips like that?
Yeah, like
underneath your feet?
Underneath your feet.
When you have to jump, obviously, because you have to keep yourself above the board.
Yeah, you have to jump and lift your knees, and sometimes you'll get like a ninja kick, sort of like you don't really mean to do it, but like, you'll come up and you watch videos back and like, whoa.
And that's them trying to stay above the board so they can land back on the board.
Yeah. Get your legs out the way so the thing can flip, and then.
But is that was the difficult part, like flipping it, like underneath your feet with your? What was it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was difficult. And then once you finally get that down, it's like, shit, I need to get both my feet on this now. And then that's just a whole other roller coaster. Because that was the first like 360 trick where my board was spinning. My board was doing like craziness. I wasn't. I couldn't comprehend it. I'm like, what do I do? But that took me ages. But I got that, and that's really good fun. That's one of my favorite tricks now as well. Because once you get it, this is the thing with skateboarding, is once you get it and you understand it, you've done it so many times, it's like second nature. Yeah, you can just throw it out. And then that's when skateboarding starts getting fun. Because I talk about the fundamentals; those are the hardest to learn, in my opinion. Because there's no like, well, that is tutorials on like YouTube or something. But there's no like every other trick that comes after that. It's just a combination of all of those. Yeah. So it's like you can kind of piece it together in your head, like what you're meant to do. But with the fundamentals, is like shit. I've never done this before. Like I don't really know. It's like I have no idea what I'm doing. But everything else is like, oh, it's like a kickflip and a back. I can do that.
Yeah,
a
you
backside flip. Yeah,
in
it's
your
like
mind. You kind of know already.
yeah, it's like I can do one or the other. Let's try them together.
Was that the biggest thing you did early on? You're like, fuck, I got it now.
Biggest thing I did early on was a kickflip. Oh my god, that
Yeah.
I remember like actually grinding that one out.
I got.
like,
What were you when you did the? What was it like? Do you remember the day?
I actually do. I actually do. I was probably like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And I was just out. I went by myself.
Yeah.
Because I was getting really close to landing it, and I'd been like going out for days and days, just over and over.
Just keep on doing it.
Just keep flipping over and over, which that isn't that fun, but I found it really fun. And then I remember I landed it. There is a video. I have a video of it somewhere.
Yeah, please send me the video.
I will have to try find it. It's not on my camera roll. I have to
Yeah.
like scroll through.
I mean, send me what videos you have. I just want to put it out
Yeah.
so people see like you doing some of the shit that you're talking about.
Right, sweet. Yeah, I'll send you some. I'll send
Yeah.
you some clips.
Yeah, yeah.
But I remember getting it, landing on it, and I was like, no way. And I ran back into my house because it was literally like 5 seconds from my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, you have to come and film this for me. I was like, you have to come. He was like, okay. So I dragged him out, and he was standing there filming it for me. And then I got it again, and my hands just go. Like, yeah. And I like, look at the camera. Oh! I'm like, no way.
Got like on top of the wall.
Yeah, and I'm like, no way. And then once you actually land one, it's like, I done it. And then I'll go and I'll be like, all right, just do what you did before. Just do what you did before. And then you start getting excited, and then you start landing them more, and then eventually start getting consistent with it. And then, yeah. Because kickflip, one of my favorite tricks as well, just of all time. I like them, but also just like watching other people who are really good at kickflip. It's simple, nice and simple.
What does it look like?
Classic.
So,
It's a
Oh,
like
okay,
that,
okay.
but then-
The whole board goes.
yeah.
round,
The whole board does like a 360, and like,
and then you just go.
yeah, and then you
just
land back on
it.
it.
Oh man, that's so clean, man.
You know, it's just such a nice, simple, clean looking trick,
Yeah, I can
and it just
imagine.
gets the job done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the biggest achievement.
I think-
early on.
I would say early on, yeah, and then tray flip also was an absolute milestone, because tray flip I would say is like the start of like hard tricks, where like, oh, I'm starting putting everything together. That's where that comes. So I remember getting a tray flip and be like, there's also a video of me getting a tray flip.
Yeah, that's
where
so cool.
I remember showing it to my parents because
Yeah.
I landed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck! I was like, fuck! I went, I was like, no way! Hands behind their head, and I remember muting the video and showing it to my parents, like, look what I got. Where's the sound? I don't know, just didn't record the sound.
Because you were just swearing and
No,
shit. What was so obviously you're talking about getting into like the culture and like when you start skating regularly, what was it like when you started coming to like the skate parks and like you getting involved in the community and like showing other people, like you mentioned, showing your parents your skills? I feel like that must be one of the best parts about skating, because you spend so much time by yourself learning how to skate, just going over and over again, doing the same things over and over again where no one really can see it. But then you get to a stage where you're like, okay, fuck, I can actually do this, and then you show other people and you're like, do you get it? Do you see how fucking cool what I just did? And then I can imagine when you're around other skaters, they really get it, like, oh fuck, you just did that thing. Or they'll be like, oh, like, do this, do it like this. What was it like getting into the community and like getting around other skaters that like love the same shit you do?
I think